The late afternoon sun slipped through the blinds of Hillary's cozy Chicago apartment, painting golden streaks on the hardwood floor, a quiet witness to the unspoken longing that filled the air. The phone vibrated softly on the glass coffee table, its sudden noise breaking the stillness, a reminder of the world outside their secret moment. Her eyes flickered to the screen, and her heart raced at the sight of the name. Taylor, her best friend since college, the one person who could always ignite a spark in her heart. Even on her darkest days, Hillary found a way to respond, her voice soft and inviting, yet laced with the weariness of a long day spent in silence. "Hey Taylor." "Hey there, how's it going?" "Hey Hillary." Taylor's voice floated in, soft yet tinged with a tremor that sent a shiver down her spine, urging her to lean in closer. "I've been lost in thoughts about my birthday approaching. I can sense your adventurous spirit, but this year I yearn for something that feels a little more intimate, a little more ours." A fleeting moment, charged with unspoken desire. Hillary's lips curled into a delicate smile, yet a hint of worry shadowed her brow. Taylor's tone wavered, filled with uncertainty and a hint of longing. "Happy almost birthday," she whispered, a playful smile hiding the weight of unspoken feelings. "Do you really believe that? Because I can't shake this feeling that we're treading on thin ice." A quiet dinner followed by karaoke. Just the two of us, where I can tease you in front of strangers, making your cheeks flush with a mix of laughter and something more. Taylor chuckled, but the sound faded quickly, as if a secret lingered just beneath the surface. "You're the master of making plans, but my heart hesitates." Text. "I was hoping you might lend me a hand with something. A treasure, yet not one that's expected." Her smile vanished, giving way to a spark of curiosity laced with a hint of trepidation. "All right. Just tell me, what are you thinking about?" The silence stretched, coiling around her heart like a secret she dared not speak. She could feel the weight of Taylor's breath on the other end, trembling, as if he were caught in a battle between silence and the urge to break free. At last, he released a trembling breath, his words spilling forth in a hurried whisper. "Hillary, I can't help but think about what it would feel like if we ever dared to step over that line. On the day that celebrates me. From you, I felt a spark that ignited something deep within me, something we both knew we shouldn't explore. Yet the pull was undeniable, a whisper of what could be, wrapped in secrecy and longing." The air in the room felt charged, heavy with unspoken words and lingering glances. Her heart raced as the weight of his words enveloped her. A stolen kiss. Is it from Taylor? Her closest secret. The boy who had always been her secret strength through every heartache. Each argument with him, Lex, felt like a bittersweet ache in her heart. With each heartbeat, it was as if the weight of the world pulled her deeper into an abyss of longing. Hillary's heart raced as she gripped the phone, a mix of fear and longing coursing through her veins. "A kiss," she murmured, her voice trembling with longing. "There's so much more beneath the surface than just a simple yes." "Yeah," Taylor said, his voice trembling with a mix of excitement and fear. "I realize this might seem wild, and I hope I'm not overwhelming you. I've often found myself lost in thoughts, imagining what it might feel like. And since it's my birthday, I thought perhaps I could dare to ask just this once." Hillary sank into the couch, her heart racing with thoughts she dared not voice. A jolt of surprise swept over her, quickly followed by a tumult of feelings she struggled to understand. Taylor had always been a whisper in the shadows, his warm brown eyes holding secrets, his easy smile igniting a spark that felt both thrilling and wrong, as if he could read the unspoken desires in her heart. She felt the weight of those stolen glances, each one a secret promise hanging in the air. The lingering touch of his hand against hers, a heartbeat too long as they reached for the coffee cup or huddled under the blanket during those stolen movie nights. But she had always convinced herself it was just their undeniable bond, just this and nothing else. Now his words lingered in the air, delicate and charged, poised to shatter the fragile world they had built. I don't know, Taylor," she whispered at last, her voice quivering with uncertainty. "This feels overwhelming. You're my closest confidant. Yet my heart aches with the weight of what we can't have." The word married weighed on her heart, a haunting echo of the promise she had given to Lex, even as their love slowly fell apart. Lex's emotional distance created a chasm in her heart, a painful emptiness she desperately wished to forget. But Taylor's request ignited a flicker of something deeper, curiosity intertwined with a hint of longing. I understand, Taylor whispered, his voice trembling with unspoken feelings. I can't bear the thought of ruining what we have. If it overwhelms you, I'll let it go. Promise. Hillary shut her eyes, her fingers gripping the edge of the couch, a rush of longing coursing through her. I need a moment to feel this out. All right. All I crave is a moment to breathe. Of course, Taylor replied, his voice trembling with a mix of relief and something unspoken. Take as long as you must. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Absolutely. We'll meet in the shadows where words linger like unspoken desires. As she ended the call, Hillary stared at her phone, her heart pounding with a mix of excitement and dread. Taylor's request held a weight that felt almost dangerous. It was a moment that changed everything. She couldn't help but reflect on her marriage, a bittersweet ache tugging at her heart. The chilling void that now filled the space where her heart once danced with Lex. Her mind lingered on Taylor. His steadfast presence felt like a secret promise, a bond that thrived in the shadows. His laughter echoed in the quiet moments, a sound that felt both intoxicating and dangerous. The way he made her feel was nothing short of divine. And now this moment that feels so wrong yet so right. A stolen kiss. It was just a fleeting moment, yet it held the intensity of countless hidden emotions. In the days that followed, Hillary found herself haunted by Taylor's plea. It haunted her thoughts, a melody she couldn't shake, echoing the sweetness of what could never be. She fought to brush it off as a momentary desire. Yet the truth lingered, impossible to dismiss. Taylor was more than a friend. He was her secret refuge. Their whispered conversations under the stars. The way he would abandon all else just to be there for her. The fleeting glances that ignited a spark. A secret connection lingering in the air. It all culminated in a feeling she had never allowed herself to acknowledge. Her marriage now lingered like a fading whisper of what it once was. Lex lingered in the shadows of the office, the clock ticking away the moments that felt both endless and fleeting. His words were sharp, each one a quiet barrier between them. His presence felt like a whisper just out of reach. The closeness they once shared felt electric, charged with unspoken longing. The touch had slipped away, leaving Hillary feeling unseen, like a whisper lost in the wind. She longed for the thrill of being wanted, heart-racing, breathless moments. And now Taylor's request had opened a door she hesitated to cross, her heart racing with the thrill of the unknown. Taylor's birthday came wrapped in a hush, a bittersweet ache lingering in the air. He envisioned a quiet night, just the two of them, wrapped in the thrill of their secret. Only whispers of longing. He had reserved a room at a charming little hotel in the heart of the city, a hidden sanctuary, far from the city's clamor. When he called to confirm, his voice trembled with a mix of calmness and an undercurrent of thrilling anticipation. All is ready, Hillary. A stolen dinner. A breathtaking sight, filled with unspoken longing. Only the two of us. You're in. I'm all in, she whispered, her voice trembling with a blend of longing and fear. I can't bear the thought of being without it. The hotel wrapped them in a warm embrace, its soft lighting and velvet curtains creating a secret world just for them. As they entered the secluded elevator, Hillary's heart raced with a mix of excitement and fear. Taylor had meticulously crafted each moment. The candles danced softly in the dimly lit suite. The soft, inviting furniture. The soft whispers of the city beyond. A world that feels just out of reach. It was a moment charged with longing. Absolutely, without a doubt. It sent a thrill through her, igniting a fire she dared not acknowledge. Her heart raced, caught between the thrill of the night and the undeniable pull of being with Taylor. A connection that felt both exhilarating and wrong. Taylor poured them each a glass of whiskey, the amber liquid shimmering like the unspoken tension between them. His movements were careful, yet his gaze flickered to hers with an intensity that felt both thrilling and dangerous. Yearning for a whisper of fate. To a memorable birthday, he whispered, their glasses meeting with a soft clink. A spark igniting between them that felt both thrilling and wrong. The amber liquid ignited a warmth within her, melting away the tightness that had gripped her heart. The dinner was a beautiful secret, each bite a whisper of longing. A delicate waltz of tastes and whispered secrets. They whispered about everything, their voices barely above a breath. Pages filled with secrets. Whispers of hope, yet shadows linger beneath. The unvoiced question hung in the air, heavy with longing. Each stolen glance, Every fleeting touch of their fingers as they exchanged a plate sent shivers down their spines. Felt electrified. Hillary felt the undeniable attraction drawing them closer. A connection that stirred something deep within her. A pull that ignited her heart, yet left her trembling with fear. As the night deepened, the room felt like it was closing in around them. The distance between them dwindled, a tension thickening in the air, almost too much to bear. They found themselves on the couch, hearts racing, caught in a moment that felt both thrilling and wrong. The flickering candles illuminated their faces, creating an intimate warmth that felt both thrilling and dangerous. Hillary's heart raced as she locked eyes with Taylor, the intensity between them electric and undeniable, but tender. As if he held his breath, hoping she would choose their path forward. "Are you all right?" Taylor whispered, her voice trembling with unspoken feelings. His voice shattered the stillness. Her heart raced as she nodded, a silent agreement wrapped in unspoken longing. Even as her heart raced, a weight pressed against her chest. "I'm not sure about this, Taylor. This is unlike anything I've ever felt. Intense." He leaned in, a tremor of anticipation in his hands as they hovered over his knees. "All night my mind has been consumed by this. On my birthday I found myself longing for something I knew I shouldn't desire. A fleeting moment, a secret glance, a wish that danced just out of reach. It felt both exhilarating and wrong, igniting a fire within me that I couldn't ignore." His voice was a whisper, laced with unspoken longing, burdened by unspoken desires. "Do you ever wonder? Perhaps this evening." Hillary's breath hitched in her throat. Her heart raced, urging her to keep going despite the warnings echoing in her mind. "Just the thought of Lex sends a rush of warmth through me. A bittersweet ache that feels both thrilling and wrong. To hold on to her promises, yet a deeper yearning within her, one that craved intimacy and fire, pushed her to take that step." She reminisced about the stolen moments shared with Taylor, each one a bittersweet reminder of what could never be fully hers. His unwavering presence lingered in the shadows, a bittersweet ache in her heart. The way he made her heart race, as if they were the only two in the world. She couldn't help but reflect on the vows that bound her, a bittersweet ache stirring within her heart. The chilling gap that had formed between her and Lex. The nights she lay awake, questioning if this was all there was to her existence. "I don't know what this means," she whispered at last, her voice trembling with uncertainty. Her voice quivered with unspoken longing. "Yet there's a spark within me, Taylor. I always have, even when it felt wrong. I was lost, unsure of how to confront the truth that lingered between us." Taylor's gaze lingered, a flicker of something unspoken passing between them, a spark of longing within them. "I can't bear to pressure you, but I've yearned for this forever. It was more than just a kiss." The words washed over her, igniting a thrilling blend of fear and longing. She stood at the precipice, heart racing, knowing that one step could change everything forever. For the first time in years, she felt a spark that urged her to step into the unknown. With a trembling breath she stepped closer, the air thick with unspoken longing. Her fingers grazed his cheek, a fleeting touch that ignited a spark of longing. His skin radiated a warmth that sent shivers down her spine. His eyes a mix of shock and unwavering resolve. And then their lips met in a fleeting moment that felt both electric and wrong. The kiss lingered on the edge of hesitation. A tender journey. It felt surreal, like a dream they dared not wake from. Taylor's hands gripped her waist, drawing her in, their hearts racing with the thrill of the moment. And the kiss deepened, lingering and filled with unspoken longing. It was a moment that lingered, electric and unspoken. A fleeting brush of lips that ignited something deeper, something they both knew they shouldn't feel. Years of silent longing hung between them, of yearning, a spark that ignites in the shadows. For Hillary it was a moment that changed everything. Her heart raced with a thrill she couldn't ignore. Her heart raced, a whirlwind of thrill and shame intertwining within her. For Taylor it was a dream come true, a fleeting moment that felt both exhilarating and wrong, a longing he'd hidden deep within for far too long. When they pulled away, the air crackled with an unspoken tension. Awake. Hillary's breath caught in her throat. Her heart raced. Taylor's cheeks burned with a secret warmth. His eyes sparkled, caught between disbelief and a rush of joy that felt almost too precious to hold. "I never imagined." His voice began as a soft whisper, barely breaking the silence between them. I never imagined it would stir such feelings within me. Neither did I, Hillary whispered, her voice barely breaking the silence. Her heart was a tempest of feelings. Guilt pulled at her heart, a bittersweet ache she couldn't ignore. Yet, along with it came a thrill of freedom she hadn't experienced in ages. They had stepped into dangerous territory, and there was no turning back now. The night was charged with unspoken feelings, a bittersweet intimacy that left them yearning for more, yet afraid to cross the line. Taylor's touch sent shivers down my spine, a whisper of something we both knew we shouldn't feel. Devoted. As they ventured into uncharted territory, their hearts raced with a mix of thrill and trepidation. Hillary's heart raced with an overwhelming longing. Yet, beneath it all, there was an undeniable trust she felt for Taylor. Understood the ache of his heart. He understood that he could never bring her pain. As they lay together, the lines that once defined them began to blur, igniting a spark that felt both thrilling and wrong, transformed by an unspoken connection. Something intense. Yet, as dawn broke, the weight of reality began to settle in. Hillary awoke, a heavy longing pressing down on her heart. The memory of their night together replayed in haunting detail. The stolen kiss, the fleeting touches, text the way Taylor had gazed at her, filled with unspoken longing, felt achingly real. It's a feeling that can't be ignored. But so was her heart's secret. Her mind drifted to Lex, a bittersweet ache blooming in her chest. Of the promises she had shattered, of the life she had crafted, so delicate yet so full of longing. Guilt twisted in her heart. Yet, with it came an undeniable understanding. She was overwhelmed by a rush of emotions, a love she thought she had hidden away, now demanding to be faced. Jacka was caught in a whirlwind of his own feelings. He had always been drawn to Hillary, a love that felt both thrilling and wrong. Yet, he had never allowed himself to dream that her heart might mirror his own. Now, with their connection hanging by a thread, he was overwhelmed by a bittersweet blend of hope and trepidation. What could this possibly mean for them? Could they ever return to the simplicity of friendship? Did he truly desire it? That afternoon they found themselves in the secluded garden behind Hillary's apartment, hearts racing in the quiet shadows. The air was cool and golden as Taylor turned to her, his heart racing with a mix of longing and fear. "Hillary, my heart has belonged to you for so long." His voice trembled, yet there was a fierce determination behind it. "Last night it was everything I ever wanted. I'm lost in the uncertainty of what comes next. But I had to make sure you understood that." Hillary's breath hitched in her throat. His words struck her like a sudden storm, leaving her breathless and yearning for more. "Taylor, I had no idea how desperately I craved those words. My heart is a whirlwind of emotions. But the truth is my heart aches for you too. A connection that dances on the edge of what should never be. Fear grips my heart." The silence hung between them, thick with unspoken feelings, yet it felt strangely right. In their fragility they found a connection that felt both thrilling and dangerous. Two hearts trembling in the shadows. Yet they both knew one undeniable truth. Their emotions were undeniable. Hillary's heart ached as she reflected on her marriage, about the heartache she had silently carried. Taylor had bestowed that upon her, and so much more. But she couldn't bear to let it all slip away, not just yet. "I need time," she whispered, her voice trembling with unspoken longing, "to understand what this feeling stirs within me. Just for us. But I can't bear the thought of letting you go. Taylor. I want to explore this," Taylor whispered, her heart racing. His eyes brimmed with a deep, unspoken connection. "Let's take our time. I'm right here, Hillary." Against all odds. As the sun sank into the embrace of twilight, they found themselves side by side, hearts racing in the shadows. Their choices hung heavy in the air, a bittersweet tension binding them together. They were lost in a world of uncertainty. Yet, in the shadows they found solace in one another. And for now that was all they needed. This tale delves into tangled feelings and secret connections. This leads us to a delicate matter. In the delicate dance of connection, where hearts flutter and secrets linger, the unspoken rules of consent and boundaries weave a fragile tapestry. Each whispered promise and hesitant touch holds the weight of understanding, a silent agreement that binds two souls in a world where desire and caution intertwine. Hillary and Taylor's tale unfolds in the shadows, where every stolen glance and hesitant touch speaks volumes. Their journey is a delicate dance of emotions, each moment a heartbeat echoing the weight of unspoken desires and the thrill of the forbidden. Consent is a delicate dance, a whisper of understanding that goes beyond mere words. It's about finding that delicate balance where both hearts feel cherished and protected. If you find yourself in a tangled web of emotions, pause and let your heart speak. Share your feelings, and don't hesitate to seek a whisper of wisdom from someone you trust. Love flourishes in the shadows where trust and respect intertwine, creating a bond that feels both exhilarating and dangerous. Recognizing your own limits can ignite a spark that leads to deeper, yet complicated connections. If this tale touched your heart, be sure to press that subscribe button for Broken Vows. Each week we plunge into stories that stir the heart and awaken hidden desires, delving into the tangled web of desire, secrets, and the heart's yearning. Leave a whisper of your thoughts below. What choice would you have made if you were in Hillary's position? Let's not let this moment slip away. Until we meet again in the next video, my heart will linger on the moments we shared.